Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Tavenner, thanks for being here. I know you've got a tough job. Before October, I think much of the public was looking at the whole debate about Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act as some big political heated argument up on Capitol Hill. And, many independent analysts for a long time, many years, have been predicting that there are actually going to be higher premiums. These cancellations were going to be coming. You weren't going to be able to keep your doctor or your health insurance, even though that was the promise that was laid out by the President in his State of the Union speech a long time ago. And now these are being confirmed from our constituents. I mean, directly from our constituents, we're hearing these stories about these challenges and their own expenses. And I look at Tricia from Bloomington, who contacted me, and she says her rates are going up 30% in January. And she's been looking at the exchange options and the available plans, but they're even more expensive. I've also heard from Susan and Roger, who are in Chanhassen. They like their plan they're on. They've been on it for a few years. The rates had been going up previously, but now they're going to go up another 20%. And the insurance company notes that a lot of that is due to the regulations associated with the Affordable Care Act. And they've looked at plans on the exchange as well, and they're more expensive. It's not the coverage they want. And they also have concerns about keeping their information private, and they don't qualify for the subsidies that are offered as well. But let me ask this question, because I want to better understand how the administration came up with the November 30th date or deadline, because that's the new date. The October 1st is the new move to November 30th. And you've hired now, Jeff Zients has been hired now as kind of leading the effort. He said he's hired a new general contractor. They have a punch list of things to get done. So they've got milestones, testing dates, specific projects that need to get done. Can you tell us a little bit more about what the administration did to lead the conclusion that the exchanges now would be ready to go on November 30th? And can you provide a list of the punch list items to the committee?
So, yes, I can provide punch list and some of the work that we're doing. That's not a problem, and I can give regular updates to the committee. But how we came up with the November 30th date is we actually pulled in a team of external experts to take a look at the system, look at the problems, say, is it fixable, and how long does it take? So that's the process. So you'll see continuous improvement week over week, and we can give you some of those milestones.
Okay, so for 3 years you've been preparing for October 1st. Now we've got 2 months going into November 30th. How do you know the schedule is going to be kept on November 30th? And what happens if you miss that date? What happens if you miss November 30th?
Well, I'll remind you that in the 3 years, the system is working. It's just not working as smoothly or as consistently as we want. So the system is built. We've been through, the hub is working. We were able to correct the create account issue, which was a big sticking point in the beginning, and so now we're doing the rest of the fixes and improving system performance. So
if you could provide a punch list to the committee, I think that would be very helpful as we move forward to the November 30th deadline. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.